Welcome. You're watching From Place Africa Live. We are here at the grounds of the legislature and the students, that's the Progressive Students Alliance. They are here to petition the government, and that's the legislature, this part of government, the legislature, for the putting the law of free tuition at the University of Liberia. It's amended now, but it's not legal. It has not been. It has not passed through legislature. So, in thinking, any president can come after President of Liberia and demolish such plans. So they want it being passed into law that after this government, another government that will come, will not have the chance to dissolve such plan. So they are here in their numbers to petition the legislature.
Long live, and dying for the spirit of militant and casual avant-garde party. Long live! Long live! Long live the resilient fighting and dying spirit of militants of the avant-garde Progressive Student Alliance. Long live! Long live! Viva! 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 Sons and daughters of the underprivileged class. Viva! Viva! One now! One now, underprivileged masses, children, one now! Long live! Long live, free tuition policy, long live! Down, Tom and Jared, down! Flee, Tata K, flee! Flee, Tata K, flee! PROSA, PROSA, Whoa, no matter gay you 50% of salary when you're not loving going again. Whoa. Tete breast burn on your each other. Whoa. As no matter you. Whoa. Let's leave situation policy into law. I go. He go. They blind. Zion, I'm a bear. I'm a bear. I'm a bear. I'm a bear. Monao, Americans, Monao. Monao, fourth estate, Monao. Yeah. Yes, party, non violent, You're passing by force. Nobody told me to. We are using words, not bullets. We are using words, not bullets. Underneath Africa, the way to. Underneath Africa, the way to. Reactionary to Missouri. Reactionary to Missouri.
So good then, the president. The president is down to receive your petition. So you open up a little bit.
Reactionary to Missouri. Reactionary to Missouri. Right, the serious part. Taking use of our benefit. Master story of strong letters. Total emancipation, yo. Historical duty, yo. We respect the calling of history, yo. You can fool some other people some other time, but you cannot fool people all the time, yo. You carry that you can go that out, yo. Yeah, you can chicken barbecue, yo. The chicken will be chicken curry, yo.
So here is the Senator of Grand Bassa candidate, Yombi Kanga Lawrence. She's here to receive the petition on behalf of the Senate.
We want free school, yo. Mano. Let the beer roll. Make it roll. Jerry to be on board like today, yo.
War free school day, war free tuition day, yo. Down, reactionary down. Down, corruption down. Down, teteke down. Comrades, fellow young people, fellow students of the Republic of Liberia, we have assembled once again before history to render our contribution to our generation in pursuit of academic excellence, in pursuit of quality education. We want to say people of this country for too long have suffered at the hands of politicians. The young people of this country have suffered at the hands of wicked, evil, cruel lawmakers. In the face of chronic destitution, with the conviction they are setting and giving order to lock gate in front of the young people of this country. But we want to say to them today, we want to say to them that no senator, no representative came to the legislature here on their own or at their own expense. No. These are the very people a few days from now that will be in your community cleaning drainages. These are the very people a few days from now that will be in your communities talking to you, eating with you. Today they are setting up high and looking down on you. We want to say to you here today, these are the very people that want to interpret your suffering. We want to say here, nobody can interpret the suffering of the young people. From where we live, the community we hail from, we know what we are going through. We know what we've been through in this country. We know our own suffering. The young people moving forward beyond September 8th today, we want to say to you moving forward, the young people of this country will interpret their own suffering. The young people of this country will unearth the contradictions in the state. The lawmakers has nefariously decided again to carry on another Nicodemus Act. This time around, the lawmakers, they are contemplating on crafting another draconian bill. A bill that talks about giving them 50% of the salary on the legal legislature. We want to say to them here today, we have come before you with a single mandate. And before history today, we say to you, we owe nobody an apology for our assembly here. If the situation that brought us here today reoccur, if the lawmakers cannot address the issues, the several and many issues of the young people and the students of the Republic, our call here is not just for free tuition. Our call here is not just for the free payment of what? Our call here is for quality tertiary education. Our call here is for quality primary education in the very public high schools. We want to say to you here, the young people of this country constitute a significant portion of the percentage of this country. We understand that the power that you have today, the $45,000 vehicles, the $75,000 vehicles, the first class you are riding today to go to foreign land, they were at the expense of the vote of the young people. We have come to give you a single message. We have come to give a definite position today. We will make our position very clear, and the official communication of our institution, the official communication of the assembly, it will be promulgated and propagated to no other person but the man who has been in pursuit, the man who has struggled to ensure that the thousand sons and daughters of the students of the Republic can guarantee and safeguard their future. We want to say to you here that the petition statement, the powerful message will be read by no other person but the most powerful man on the campuses of the University of Liberia. So far, he is the most powerful man in the youth and student community. Yeah!
National Equity Bureau, leave the state on yo-yo.
Long live, PROSA, long live. Comrades, fellow students, let me say to you today, you have already written your name in history. And let me say to you, today is a day for you to rejoice. Today is a day of celebration. You have set a precedent and you have set the stage. And let me say to you here, we are not intimidated by anything. We are not intimidated by anything because when we started this particular endeavor, there were so many forms of intimidation to send us into cowardice. Never in our lifetime, throughout our struggle days, we have ever trembled before academic tyranny. Never before we have ever trembled before indigenous imperialists. We want to say to you here today, the indigenous that are occupying position in the legislature, today they occupy this position by people who gave their blood, tears, and sweat in the struggle against the decadence of the Tui party. There were people who labored, who fought fearlessly against the Tui party. That today you have a native person will be given the opportunity to enter the legislature. Before, they were never given a chance. So we say to you here, if you are given the opportunity today and you abuse the democracy that was fought for, you abuse the democracy that men bled for, we want to say to you here today before history that will give you our message. We want to say to you here before history, comrades, fellow students of the Republic of Liberia, I say to you here, I salute you for your courage. I salute you for your resilience and your tenacity. I salute you today that against all odds, against every means of keeping you quiet, in every attempt to keep you into taciturnity, you have refused to remain tight-lipped on this issue that is generational. We want to say here, our quest is not to promote anybody's selfish interest. We care less about the gains that politicians will make from this particular bill. We want to say to you here, this particular bill is a generational bill. When this particular bill is enacted in the law, it will benefit generations and generations to come. So we see this, we see our future attached to this. We see posterity, future attached to this. So we say to you here, we appreciate all the comrades, we appreciate all the students for the convergence here. Ask all militants to remain very posted as I usher in the man who controls the pen industry of our institution, who will officially usher in the chairman of our institution, our day.
Cadres of the African Revolutionary Graduate Students Alliance of the University of Liberia, I bring you one greeting from the office of the man who controls the tripartite sections of our party. As the power has been vested in me by the second RDC of the Intellectual Disco Committee of our party to officially zoom our all-powerful chairman in to come and read our petition statement. I want to say to you that today history has called us again. History has summoned us for us once more to come and put the interests of the students of the Republic first, as we have always done. Looking at the peril of the avant-garde party, one of them states that economic emancipation and free trade struggle, which happens to be under the liberation of the academic freedom. Today we have come to read to the House of Senate our petition to enable the issue of the National Equity Act, which has to do with the free tuition and the vast payment, to be added in the law. So, Committee Chair, permit me to zoom you in to quickly give our plaques to the National Legislature. Mando! Viva, 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 Chanelama, viva! Viva! Ayo! Progressiveness, ayo! Ayo! Free tuition bill, ayo! Ayo! In other words, bill, ayo! Ayo! The National Equity Act, ayo! Long live! Long live, long live, long live, African Party, long live! Long live! Long live! Long live, long live, long live!
PROSA. You can't go like that. You can't go like that. Oh, you can't go like that. 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 Oh, you can't go like that. 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 Amanda! We want free school. Zayo. We want free tuition. Zayo. Aluta. Thank you.
What's up? Tell me where PROSA, office of the chairman. In a strenuous, unequivocal tone, PROSA calls on the 54th National Legislature to quickly enact into law the National Equity Act, frowns on the legislature for legislating what they refer to as the Integrated Pension and Benefits Scheme of 2022, calls on the government of Liberia through the legislature to find a remedy to the increasing number of young people gravitating towards drugs. Comrades and compeers, stalwarts and comrades, enlightened nationalists and growing enthusiasts of social justice and academic freedom, intellectuals and accomplished egalitarians, ideological defenders of the massive struggle
conscious collegians and universitarians, veterans and well-wishers, the youth and student community, never relenting crusaders of vigor, power, and true democracy. We bring you warm, revolutionary greetings from the trilateral sessions of Africa's biggest stakeholder of genuine consciousness and political enlightenment, the irresistible and invincible avant-garde progressive student alliance of the University of Liberia. So, whereas the biggest student mass-based political party in the history of the University of Liberia taught us the basic revolutionary understandings of the Liberian liberation struggle and Africa as a whole through educational gradualism, this revolution had trampled upon. Therefore, PROSA attention has been drawn to the National Equity Act, which calls on the enactment of the Free Tuition and Wax Bill. Whereas we can perfectly recall, since the introduction of the National Equity Act on the 14th of January 2021, seeking the legislative 9th and 12th graders in Liberia, that was submitted to the House of Representatives by Monrovia County District 5 Representative Thomas P. Fella, we have observed a snail-paced proceeding. That is, since the communication was sent from the Monrovia County lawmaker to the committees on education and ways, means, and finance to conduct a financial impact analysis on report to plenary in 2 weeks. The committee is yet to come up with said analysis, thereby making it approximately 1 year since its introduction. Whereas PROSA thinks the decision to ignore the passage of this bill is at the result of lawmakers pushing their own agenda for selfish gains at the detriment of not only the students' community but the citizenry. Our lawmakers wasted no time to secure a well-packaged 30K envelope, wasted no time in passing one of the most controversial bills, the Arsenal Matter 8 million due extension. When it comes to issues that will benefit not only the student community but the country, they willingly renege on their responsibilities. But thankfully, PROSA is here to remind them that the interests of the citizenry remain supreme, as the state is the people and the people are the state. Whereas PROSA calls on the 54th National Legislature to expeditiously enact into law the free tuition policy at the University of Liberia and the payment of 9th and 12th graders' wax fees by the government of Liberia. As egalitarians and fearless student warriors, we see the enactment of these policies as a way of promoting sustainable educational growth and creating the avenue for the children of the underprivileged and poverty-stricken masses to catapult themselves into higher institutions after graduating from high schools without being denied their fundamental rights as stipulated under Article 6 of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia and Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Whereas in the wisdom of the avant-garde party, when this bill is established by law, the act will mitigate the current economic inequality by increasing college enrollment as well as lowering pressure on students and struggling parents. Amidst this high economic crisis, PROSA believes that the wax fees payment for both private public schools, 9th and 12th graders will help to reduce the financial burden on our already poverty-stricken parents and will also cause an increase in senior high enrollment throughout Liberia. We believe that the delay is deliberate on the part of the committees, and as such, they should consider this as a declaration of war against the student community. Whereas PROSA as a revolutionary institution will not rest in pursue this fight as it was initiated many years back and is calling for an unconditional passage into law of the free tuition and wax policy to reduce economic burdens on our parents and students. We have committed our energy to this debate and will never run out of calories till we ensure that this bill becomes a reality or law. One of our quests and stands is to promote and protect the mass-based interests of the students across the length and breadth of the Republic of Liberia, which is also in conformity with the party's philosophy to see an egalitarian society for each and everyone. Our party will never cease to rest until our educational system receives total transformation in all aspects of the attainment of quality tertiary education. Whereas the Progressive Student Alliance of the University of Liberia is deeply concerned and worried about the nefarious decision of the legislature to pass into law what they refer to as the Integrated Pension and Benefits Scheme of 2022 in a country of massive unemployment where the masses are living on less than $1 a day. PROSA believes this does not represent the collective views and interests of the Liberian people, and as such, those lawmakers must rethink their decision or face unspecified consequences as well. As we drive towards 2023.
Viva, 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 PROSA, viva! Viva! Viva, viva, free tuition, viva! Viva! Boyan, give us free tuition, give us that, boyan!
This law, as per its implementation and conspicuous definition, will allow lawmakers on Capitol Hill to benefit 50% of their salaries if the masses of our people unleash their anger on them by voting them out of office. And their family members, will also continue to benefit even if they are dead. This bill is not only useless, anti-pedagogical, but also a clear violation of democracy and the theory of equal work for equal pay.
Reactionary bill. Zayo!
Whereas it can be recalled that PROSA has engaged the administration of the University of Liberia and the government of Liberia on several occasions through peaceful dialogues and press releases on issues confronting the overall popular masses of the students of the University of Liberia. In many of our press conferences and campus releases, we were able to outline by specifying some of those impediments that may pose high threats to and subsequently preventing us, the students, from acquiring quality tertiary education at the nation's premier institute of higher learning. Moving forward in identifying these issues, we hope the upper and lower strata of the 54th bicameral legislature will take note of the following thematic areas. 1. The implementation of the renovation of the University of Liberia's facilities and infrastructure on its campuses. 2. The continuous lack of electricity and the shortage of carbon water and sanitation. 3. The lack of internet connectivity and the lack of modern libraries and laboratories. 4. The availability of buses for commuting students from the science building to the agriculture college, PMU, and etc. Whereas PROSA believes that the University of Liberia is the model institution of all higher learning institutions in the Republic, and as such, it must give the needed support and attention it needs. Whereas PROSA also calls on the legislature to design a plan and program for disadvantaged youth, quote-unquote Zogos, to help transform them into productive citizens. This issue of drug addiction is becoming a threat to national security. Therefore, we call on members of the corrupt legislature to effectively execute this decision and mandate executive branch of government, judicial, civil society organization, the media, religious and traditional institutions to join the fight against this, our common national enemy.
Our brother has party. Help the intercontinental youth. Yo.
While we sit and allow the unapologetic, corrupt, narrow-minded senators to continually disrupt national discourses by irrigating the national words into their bank accounts and supporting their family in the diaspora. The legislature should craft laws that will prohibit drug trafficking and decisively deal with abusers, thus enabling young people the opportunity to contribute towards the growth and development of Liberia. These young people who are victims are also breadwinners for their families, and as such, we need a national rehabilitation center for their treatment and not the current forgotten ones that have no standard medication or proper care and attention. We use this time to call on the National Legislature once more, not to irrigate the state treasure into their bank accounts, in as much as they are walking away with luxuries from the 54th National Legislature. We think it's important that these lawmakers take the student and youth community seriously. And
Stop transferring money to America. Yo, check for free tuition. Yo.
And this bill is in the interest of the student, and we urge the corrupt 54th National Legislature not to carry this petition on their sleeves or lock it up in their covers. And attempt to do that, the next appearance of militants and casual under the Avant-Garde Progressive Student Alliance of the University of Liberia will be uncompromising, and we will be recorded in history, as we will not hesitate but to ensure that the students and the student leader plus the lawmakers will together have a joint session that will be presided over by the chairman of the Avant-Garde Progressive Student Alliance of the University of Liberia. Signed.
We see nothing standing by you. We know you. The chairman is making final statement.
Until final victory, we want to say to you, we know you as you know us. We know your duplexes that you are building. We know your vehicles that you are riding. Even if you wish to disguise yourself, we want to say to you, we live for you, but you don't know us. We want to say to you, until final victory, PROSA was, PROSA is, and PROSA will always be. Long live the policy of the Avant-Garde Progressive Student Alliance of the University of Liberia. Long live! Long live! Long live the youth and student community. Long live! Long live! Manda nika frika la wetu. Manda nika frika la wetu.
You want to the one picture go down? Una was here dinner.
It's a petition that talks about education. Presented as per the procedure to the chairperson on education, Senator President, and it will further submitted to the office. Senate is debating and making that clarification. All of the views and concerns will be covered with debate. We hear another result from the pension board. Thank you for pushing us as lawmakers. It is your right and duty to do so as effective oversight of the legislature to best on how to see as different groups and different students. We appreciate it.
Reactionary tendency. Reactionary tendency. Reactionary tendency. Reactionary tendency. Reactionary tendency. You say son. You say son. You say they are going to play on son. Yo, I'm on that party. Yo.
So folks, that's how we come to the end of this event. You've been watching From Page Africa Live. We bringing you live coverage of this event. So thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.